Pisces, welcome back for your August 2020 reading. Isn't it hard to believe, everybody, that we're in August? And at the end of the video, I'm going to be saying I'll see you in September. It's blowing my mind. So, beautiful Pisces, welcome back. I want you to look at these images while I just remind you, all the links to contact me are below. There are videos below to some of my favorite astrologers to help you understand the energy more deeply in terms of the cosmos, the movement of the planets. I am in the process of preparing to begin 2 more Nada Yoga intensive meditation sessions. I'm going to be offering some, my guys are calling it master class, I guess, in manifesting, and a class about awakening. How is it that you come into your energy? So just keep your eyes open. I'll post a little video when all of that is ready. I'm going to roll it out slowly over the course of the summer. Okay, so check the links below. The special pricing on readings because of the COVID-19 crisis is still in force, so go grab one up, my guides are saying. So Pisces, look at you, my beautiful darlings. Black Panther and the Witness. And in some way, it's the same card. So we are talking about you as a sacred witness. You are witnessing your ability to deal with that which is hidden, the dark side, the shadow side, the things that are underneath. Those are all the words that are coming through from my guides. So I almost forgot. Shout out to all my new subscribers. Thank you so much for being here. It's wonderful to meet you. I'm doing my best to keep up with the channel comments, etc. So introduce yourself. I'd love to know all about you and how you found me. So gang, there's something very mysterious going on. Really beautiful. It is because of the new moon that we just had in Cancer, which is going to affect you, of course, Pisces. If you haven't seen the Cancer reading, it is posted. Go look at it, okay? Always watch your sister cohort signs. There's a full moon coming on the 3rd of August in the sign of Aquarius. It's a big moment. You know, 2020 is just, it's a big bang year, my guides are saying. It's so intense. It's going to be beautiful and intense all year. It's meant to bring us into the next phase of our development, because we are literally preparing to step into the 4D and 5D, and there are some of you who are already stepping in and out. It is the experience that I have, and I finally realized, oh, that's why life feels a little challenging sometimes. Sometimes I'm here in the 3D, I was born to have this adventure, etc., and yet I have the capacity for interdimensional travel and to be in the other dimensions and come back and forth. So you, as a Pisces, of course, many of you have this capacity. So we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about your heart and your love relationships and your soul. Your frequency as a soul being here in this place. You clearly, if you came here as a Pisces, you're a light worker. There's no dispute about that, my guides are saying. So I want to read to you, as we jump in, I want to read to you from the text about Black Panther. So Black Panther, the native people, the Caddo people, called her clan the Black Panther tribe, and she was also known as the Midnight or Black Jaguar to the Maya. The color black was honored by the red race. Darkness is the place for seeking and finding answers. That's what's going on this month. It's very mystical. Beautiful Pisces. It is time to accept healing. It is time to access the hidden light of truth. Black Panther teaches us through our dreams to delve into the places within ourselves that need healing. She shows us how to track the unfamiliar territory found on the journey of self-discovery, to fearlessly face the unknown. And if she has appeared today in your cards, it may be telling you, do not worry about the future. Trust that you are not supposed to mentally figure it out at this time. You may need to confront some of your own fears of being less than you truly are, or inability to simply be. So let go of your fears in these days. Be a sacred witness to yourself and to the world. And I know you are, Pisces. I'm just here to acknowledge you this month, and to give you some words that are going to help you make your way through the month, okay? So while you're inside looking at the shadow side and working to understand what in the heck is going on, because it's crazy. We all know, like I just said, it's crazy out there. And for all the reasons that we all know. So what's happening while you're having this self-discovery and letting go of your worries? It's time for you to revisit yourself in this way and have a beautiful sensual awakening, to put down the mental burdens that you've been carrying because you feel the pain of the world so acutely. And my guys just, okay, so they're talking about the image in the card. They're talking about, get some watercolors, make some paintings. It doesn't matter if you think you're good or not. Forget it. Do whatever will stimulate you in a way that will bring you joy and happiness while you stand as the bearer of universal consciousness in this place, and you watch us struggle toward that goal, because that's what we're doing. Look, there's the first card for your reading. Okay, so while this is what's going on some level, that's you at the helm of the boat, Pisces, right? So we see a boat full of souls adrift. They can't find their destination. So while these things are troubling you, go to the arts, write poetry, write a story, speak your truth, make a video, however you can do it. My guys just said make a collage. So it's time to awaken yourself while we are all floating through these dark days. There's a lot of power inherent in that place, and that's why sensual awakening comes along with the witness. Let your burdens drop, okay? Just be the sacred witness and trust in the notion that because you are here in this world, all is going to be well. Because your energy, your quantum strings of energy, are here to bring forward what is meant to come. And you bear the burden sometimes of universal consciousness and the way you feel the world moving. So this card is the theme of the reading that guides want to speak with you about. The quest of battle, that's the Ten of Swords. Something has ended, and it's really done for you. Hopefully, it's the worry and the stress that you're carrying. And I know, as a clairvoyant person, I know anybody who is inherently clairvoyant, like most Pisces people are, sometimes you have to put some protection around yourself. You get tired out easily. I do. I certainly do, especially during the time when I'm cranking out all the monthly readings and then I'm doing personal readings. I just find myself a little bit exhausted. So these people feel as though they're adrift on the ocean and they cannot find the shore, and they've been rowing and rowing and rowing, and they're so tired, and they feel that there is no hope at all, and they are adrift in the darkness. But guides are here to tell you, in that darkness, understand yourself as the Black Panther. You are an alpha form of energy, having a sacred witness to what's going on. Some of you are having this experience in your own life. So we see the sun is coming up. This is about the moment of transition, because any of the tens in the deck are about endings and new beginnings. So you're ending something. An enormous amount of clarity has come, which is what causes the ending of a cycle. So let's take a look. There's another thing that interestingly happened while I was pulling the cards out. There you are. This came up, I believe, this card has come out 3 times now. I've done 6 readings, and this is the 3rd time this is up, I think, or 4th. So understand that we are flowing into our new destination. We don't have to worry about it. So that's the theme that the guides want to talk about. The sun's coming up over here. See? They're just in a state of hopelessness. But it's all going to be okay, because they are going to find the shore. A boat full of souls adrift on the ocean. My guides are saying, it's a terrifying notion that you're holding in your heart, or it's a terrifying experience that you're having when you think about the global conditions. And for some of you, perhaps you are ending something. Maybe some of you have lost a loved one and stumbled across this reading, and if that's you, I'm sending you all my love and healing. My guides are saying, if you want to talk to that person who's across on the other side, come have a reading, okay? We can, I'm very clairvoyant, I'm a medium, we can talk to them if it will soothe you. So the next card you're seeing is the card for flow. You are literally flowing into the next phase of your existence. And on some level, you are pulling all of humanity along with you. You are a portal through which we will sail to find our destination. That's how intense it is for you, Pisces. So you know that you're finishing a cycle and you've already turned your attention. Look at you with your tiara on. Do you see how you're spinning the energy? Allowing the energy to flow through you as a sacred portal. So you are moving on from something, and it has been very difficult. If it's coming forward in the month of August, it will be. Tragedy is tragedy, my guides are saying. None of us can avoid it. It's part of having a human existence. So because we're having this global tragedy and the global heart mind is now cracked open, and all this awareness is coming forward because of the history of tragedy. My guys are talking about the history of tragedy in history, throughout history. So they're just talking about the way all the woundings have happened and all the ways that are coming forward. So while you turn your attention from that in the month of August, use these days to take on sensual awakening. Go to the arts, get a massage, do something that's going to stimulate you to flow with your energy rather than being, my guys are literally saying, rather than being all jammed up. Especially if you ended a relationship or if somebody broke up with you or something like that happened, okay? Because look, when you turn your flow back on, you are now in charge of the energy. And the very next thing that happens, that's a Chariot card. Gorgeous. So we are talking about a lot of water in this reading. And I love that it's coming up for you. So you are going to move yourself forward. Don't worry about it. You are becoming activated. And it is going to happen on the full moon that's coming in Aquarius. So a full moon in Aquarius, an ending in the place that's all about new creation and forward vision and the ability to move us all forward. So I want to thank you, Pisces, because I know it's difficult. As a clairvoyant person, I get it. And sometimes being in the boat on this intense energies, it's difficult. But you're going to be great, my guides are saying. So turn towards the light. You are going to walk through the darkness in order to take up your power as a person who literally spins universal consciousness. Keep your focus in the positive, okay? So if you've been here for a while, you know that last year, my guides were saying, as we came towards 2020, they were just sort of telling everybody, stand in the eye of the storm. There's going to be a gigantic storm. And do your best to stand in the eye and focus on the creation that's happening in that little place in the eye of the storm. There's movement happening. You're not trapped in there at all. You're meant to be in there in order to bring the energy forward, because for you and because of who you are, my guides keep talking about all of humanity. So dual message, let me put this over here. That's the beautiful woman of healing. It is the Page of Pentacles. That it's about slow growth and slow healing. This woman, you see, she's dressed in midnight blue. She is of the universe. She has blonde hair because there's light about her head. And what she's doing is she's picking herbs and healing from the gravestone of somebody. It happens to be a family member. So I think for some of you, there are somebody or a couple of somebody's watching this video who have lost people. And I just want to I put my arms around you figuratively and give you a hug. So the healing is going to come forward. It is her brother who is buried there. He was a mystical healer, and he was so powerful as a healer. All right, my guides want me to hold something up for you. Hang on. He was so powerful a magician and a healer that his capacity to perform healing continued after he passed to the other side. And she would go to the grave because the healing elements would grow up literally through the gravestone from his bones. There's something very mystical happening for some of you. So be a witness. Do your best to just be a sacred witness and understand and use caution about where your focus is to get you through these days, because I think on some level there's going to be this feeling of darkness, and my guides are just telling you, don't do that to yourself, okay? Here's why. So we see the energies moving forward. We see the healing is coming. And then the very next thing that comes after that, look, that is the Empress card. In this deck, it is called the Shaper of Growth. And this is the Sacred Mother that brings souls across the veil, back and forth. And when someone comes through to this place, she is the one who imbues them with all the gifts that they need for this lifetime. A lot of bounty. So my guys are talking about things like DNA codes and stuff like that. You have what you need inside of you, Pisces. And please understand that if you came here and you found my channel and you never heard of me before, you're here for a reason. And it's to pick up this message about yourself, your being, your filaments of energy. You are your purpose. So stand in this world and know your power and know your element and bring yourself into alignment with your frequency, your spectral signature, because the universe has accepted your, my guys are talking about declarations and things like that. Your declaration of intent upon arriving here through the Sacred Empress, the Sacred Feminine, was to be standing here for this moment so that you could radiate out the energy that comes from you of universal consciousness in order to help the entire world leap forward. And I'm getting choked up. It's a lot of energy coming through, and there's a hush in the room at the moment. It's very quiet. It's very reverent. So I want to encourage you, all signs, no matter how it is you're coming into the month of August, and even if you're continuing to have some difficult emotions and difficult thoughts, my guides are urging you to stay focused on the positive and do the things that bring joy to you, because you may feel the weight of the universe using your energy. That's what they were talking about. When I was talking about being clairvoyant, when I do a lot of readings and I get tired, you might feel yourself being drawn upon, your energy, literally. So if you feel heavy and you feel the darkness of the days and all that kind of stuff, take heart. Take very good care of yourself, okay? Take a bath. And when the new moon, or pardon me, when the full moon comes, understand that the shift is going to bring us into a new place. Because look, soulmates, that's the Two of Cups. Something mystical is happening that's going to move you forward, and I believe the entire planet, on this full moon on the 3rd of August in Aquarius. So take heart, right? This is playing out. Healing's going to come. All of this ability to manifest and to sit in the world like the Empress and radiate your energy. It's going to affect all of you and all of us and all your relationships. So some of you are coming to an ending of a cycle inside of a relationship, or you're leaving a relationship, or you're ending a cycle inside yourself somehow, when you can finally say, you know, why am I perseverating on that? How about if I just let it go so that I can move forward and have the kind of love relationship I want? So, you know, some of you might be engaged in a particular type of cycle inside your love relationship. And I just did Taurus's reading. It's part of the theme that's coming out this month. And my guides are just saying, you know, it's time to move past the things that don't serve you. So in your love relationship, you are going to move forward with a massive amount of Cancerian love, energy, power, initiation, the desire to move forward into a more bonded union. And because we have Aquarius in the mix through the full moon, you're going to be able to do it. You're going to come to some kind of balance in yourself and in your love relationships. And my guides are saying family. So maybe within your family. That's Merlin and his sister. They were very devoted to each other. And Merlin became exhausted. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, I get it. Merlin, because of what? He was a wizard. He kind of burnt out. And he got a little addled and he couldn't function anymore. He was so drained and so exhausted. His sister built him this tower. in order to take up the energy of the full moon. You see the new growth? There's the elderflowers again. Berries are forming, and she's communicating with him telepathically while he is undergoing massive transformation. That's what the blue garment is about. And she's sitting there with her love and passion while the moon brings to him what it is he needs to know. So Pisces, this is the experience you're going to have. And on a soul level, the reason you're having this experience, look, ooh, this is deep. Okay, so Ten of Swords, theme of the reading, it's over, something's over. On a soul level, this is the battle. That's what my guides were talking about. You came here for this. That's the Four of Swords. So we know this young man goes into deep repose. One sword is on the wall, or 3 swords are on the wall, one is lying in repose beside him. He's battered. He's also a little bit in a state of shock because he won this battle. In this deck it's called the Judgment of Battle. So on a soul level, you're here to have this experience, to understand your power, what the real nature of it is, and what it is to be a sensual being with a water sign. Leadership, water sign. I know you're not a cardinal sign, but you are a leadership position because you carry universal consciousness. So because of that, on a soul level, you're here to finish this experience of learning about yourself, and you're going to lie in repose now and take some time to think about what it is you're going through, what you've just come through, how you've learned to move the energy forward based on your own nature as a water sign, following the moon cycles, all those kinds of things. It's really beautiful. And while you're in that deep, my guides call it deep repose, while you're in that deep repose, here's what's happening. When there's some part of you that's finishing a soul cycle, I have no doubt. Look at that. That's about reincarnation. It's a revelation card. It's a numeral 9. So if you don't know about numerology, please go look up the numeral 9. Okay? The revelation of knowledge. Do you see how far you've come in this reading? There's a lot of movement. So healing is coming to you through your earthly experience, but you're here to have it on a soul level. So this is about a warrior who lived many, many, many thousands of years, many eons, within a single human life. And maybe that's the source of your exhaustion, those of you that are tired. But you had the stamina on a soul level to go through these many journeys. And when the last journey comes, this warrior, lived to be 1,000 years old or something. And instead of going through a literal death, my guy just said sentence. Instead of having a death sentence, he was able to transform himself into a lot of different types of experiences. In his last lifetime, he transformed into a salmon and jumped into the ocean. He was caught by a fisherman, brought to the palace, served to the queen, who ate from the fish. That mystically impregnated her, and this warrior was reborn. And he was reborn as one of the greatest wisdom holders of the age. Look at the next card. Pisces, you're choking me up. My guides are very choked up about this. There's a lot of tenderness for you. Whoo-wee, that is the sacred magician. It is the decider of will. To see how activated he has become through this incredible journey that he has had. Look at that. Revelation. 9 of Pentacles. Fully formed. Fully in your power. Thank you, Spirit. Fully in your power, in yourself. And fully awakened. You are watching yourself transform inside this cocoon that's been going on for you. Right? It's gorgeous. My guides are saying, make paintings about butterflies, things like that, if you are able. So they want you to deeply understand the progression that's happening. And the way you transform, you literally did have this intention. Sorry, they were talking to me about one more thing. You literally did have this intention. You see how those cards look at each other? You came here this lifetime for that. It's actually this way. So now you take the energy. When you have the experience, the decider of will is about manifestation. You had a literal intention and you made a literal decision to come here and finish some kind of cycle on a soul level. And so there's going to be a lot of magic in your life, because when you see this, here, let me show you. All right, so that's on a soul level. That's the theme of the reading, and that's you in the human realm. That's the intention they came here with, and it's bearing out. My guides are saying it's bearing out. You are giving birth to yourself. You are coming through an incredible portal inside yourself. And because you are allowing this to happen and supporting yourself, it's going to support all the love relationships that you engage in. And some of you, many of you, are either meeting or you are with a soulmate. And you're going to help each other transform. So you may be meeting a quantum partner. That's part of the energy you're spinning up. And when this happens, sometime between now and the next 6 months, you're going to understand what this actually means. And you're going to feel it inside of you. Because when you meet a quantum partner, that person, you stimulate each other because of your spectral signatures, your frequency, and then an awakening happens. That's the final card. That's the card for temperance. So something beautiful is happening. This is the sacred goddess Coventina in this deck. You are the vessel. Do you see what's happening? The spiral is turning. The energy is bubbling. You are literally being blessed with a sacred alchemical moment of change. And some of you are not going to have to return to this place. It's your last lifetime. I have total clarity about that as a clairvoyant person when I see how the cards are. So my guides are saying accept the gift, keep your focus on the light this month, and understand that the portal of the full moon, see that near my finger? This is the mingler of energy. Coventina is known as the butter churner, and what she does is she brings things into their form. Turns milk into cream into butter. So, mystical process going on. Deeply with yourself. It's clearly you have a sacred other with you, whether it's a family or a friend or a lover. There's someone very sacred in your life that's making this journey with you. Yeah. Okay. My guides are saying that's the strength card. It's the symbol of the ancient symbol of the aurochs. So within the pantheon of the runes, it is the symbol for strength. You have the strength to do it. Thank you, Spirit. You have the strength to do it. And my guides want you to know that you should not doubt it. Because I know that you're soft and mystical and clairvoyant and pliable, and I know a lot about what you are because of what I am. Understand yourself fully now. And bank on your strength to have this beautiful awakening that's coming to you. And stand in your life and stand with your lover, my guide is saying, and ask them for their support and their love to help you temper the moment. And give all of your awareness, and my guides are saying, and all your love and all your words to whoever the sacred other is, right after you give them to yourself. Okay, beautiful Taurus. What an incredible reading. Or, sorry, Taurus. I had Taurus on the brain. So, Pisces, thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. A beautiful, hushed, mystical reading for you today. I will very much look forward to seeing you in the month of September. Oh my gosh. And I want you to just take care of yourself. Take care of your sensual existence. It is important for you as a Pisces. And I will see you again, Goddess willing, as soon as possible. Thanks, gang. Bye.